Hey, it's Chuck with BMW Blog, and today we got a product review for you, and it's the RaceBox. This is a small device that fits inside your windshield, and this will actually act as an accelerometer. It can measure 0 to 30, 0 to 60, it can measure quarter-mile times, and it can also do lap times. They were kind enough to send this to us to test out, but I've been wanting a device like this for us to use for a long time, to give us some objective data when we test cars. Now, I've been using this about 2 months, and I've used it on a couple different racetracks and done some drag race style launches with it, and you can use it without an app or you can use it with an app. Super easy to use. Comes with a little magnetic connecting charger cable, and then it snaps on and then charges. You can also remove this and then it acts as a USB-C. So in the box, what you get is you get the actual device itself. This little bump up top is actually a GPS antenna. You get a little GoPro style mount on the back. You get a backup GPS antenna in case you're not getting a good signal, and then you get a really cool little USB-A charger that then has that little magnetic attachment, has a little blue light on it. You can remove that and actually get direct access to a USB-C in case you lose that device. But I really like the magnetic charger, and it has a really large capacity battery. When I charge it up, I've used it all day long at a racetrack, at my local racetrack here, and I really haven't ever run out of battery. Now, the RaceBox is a lap timer drag meter. Has a high precision GPS module located on the top of it, on the dorsal aspect of it. It does have a 2.5-inch LCD display. It works as an accelerometer, integrated Wi-Fi, and used for its mobile app. So let me show you how to use it. Now, the way you install this is, if you've installed any GoPros before, you'll know exactly how to do it. So you mount that. I recommend putting the screw on the bottom, that way you can adjust the angle. I like to angle it a little bit towards me and then tighten it down. And then I like to put it basically where it's not going to be in the way, but it's pretty easy to reach. I usually put it right just below the mirror, just so you can basically reach the buttons and be able to use it. I did notice when I used it at a racetrack, I put it a little too far forward, and when you're in harnesses and stuff and you're back in the seat, it can become really hard to reach, so pushing the start-stop button was somewhat cumbersome and difficult. Alright, so getting ready to go out with a 0 to 60 run on our 2021 BMW i3S. The bottom right button powers up the unit. You need to wait until you see a fix. What that means is that the device has connected to GPS satellites, and then it's actually ready. So now you can see the satellite signal is starting to show up there. Drag meter is the one I want, and I want speed. I want to do 0 to 60, and conveniently there's a little pull out right here, right onto the freeway, so we can pop up to 60 here. Now, the RaceBox does allow you to select the mode that you need, and as long as you stay less than 30 miles per hour as you pull up to your start point, it's not going to actually start the timer, and I found that incredibly beneficial. First 0 to 60 showed 7.1. There we go. That read out at 6.23. We'll run that segment one more time. Now, RaceBox does give you a really cool little app with this, and I found the app is, initially I didn't use the app. I just plugged the box in and started to use it. And what I found incredibly beneficial about the app is the history. So it can tell you the date, the location that you pull these 0 to 60 runs. It provides a great data resource for you, so definitely recommend the app. So 6.22 looks like that's about it for this car on today. It's been pretty rainy lately, so the ground isn't super conducive to launches. All right, so here we go with a Tesla Model 3 Performance. Now, of all the cars that I've tested so far, I bet this is going to be the fastest, 0 to 60, and we're about to find out. Here we go. Whoa. It says 4.09 seconds. So I bet we can do a little better than that because I had a little angle put into the steering wheel. So we'll go back and try this again. So the Model 3 Performance, absolute riot to drive it. It's you know, compared to the Model S, ludicrous. Coming out of the hole, it's not as fast, but it is, once it's rolling, it's a lot more fun dynamically to throw it around. 3.28. That's crazy. The cool part about the RaceBox is not only does it keep detailed data in the app that you can access afterwards, but while you're doing it, it will actually show you a green or a red background if the current run is actually faster or slower than your best run with that particular car. Currently, I'm warming up my E92 M3 so we can go do some 0 to 60 runs in it. The RaceBox, this is the 6th car we've tested the RaceBox on, and it is awesome to finally be able to get some objective data on the cars that we test. I find that this device is incredibly easy to use. When I first saw it and got it out of the box, I thought that perhaps I was going to have to use the external GPS antenna. However, this device, when it's got clear sky above it, if you put it out far enough in the dash and pick up enough satellites to become accurate. If you are going to do a lap timer, I definitely recommend using the app and downloading the track that you're going to do before, just because I find that it's a lot more accurate than it is to hit the start-stop button out on the racetrack. I did do that, and I found it was a little difficult to be doing 100 and something and try and reach out and turn and push the start-stop button on. So definitely recommend that you do that. The RaceBox has about 95 or 99 different racetracks programmed in, so there's a good chance that the racetrack you want is actually on there. Don't forget to like and subscribe to BMW Blog's YouTube channel. Anyway, cheers. Thanks for watching. At the end here, I've included an unboxing video.